Oh, thank you for visiting my channel and getting to see real Bigfoots. The mainstream has been lying to you. The train one in Colorado, I caught one on train tracks over the summer, and they all said they all caught one on the train in Colorado only. Well, I'm in Florida, so I know people don't believe they're in other places. They're all around your homes. You just don't see them all the time. And the mainstream's been lying to you. The big picture of the face of a man on the Bigfoot, I have proof that it's pulling a rope in the guy's face. He's a cop, actually, that hunts and submits his footage to videos. I have proof of that. I'll expose him later, but I want you to see my Bigfoots. I don't want you to get away from, we're on Facebook and donate to my channel. I'm not asking for money. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. I don't say my channel's going to end if you don't donate now, and here's a picture of one that they're doing this and that. I just go by what I see, and I'm going to show y'all a little bit more about what I know when I see these Bigfoots. These aren't like my best ones. I mean, all my sightings are the best, so I'm not going to say that, but they are very clear. This one was actually on a near a horse ranch. Well, the footprints were near a horse ranch, near the fence line where I looked, but this was right off the trail, 50 feet. And I just kind of noticed them. I noticed some benders and a whole line of them, and where the deer were crossing. And I just looked over and started filming, and this is what I saw. And there he was, next to a grandpa one. It's called the Durban Crossing one. Now, what's happening in the mainstream now? Well, apparently, if you walk on a horse trail, there'll be a helicopter following you. There'll be video cameras on you. And a lady in Pinellas County in South Florida was arrested because she took the horse trail that was 20 feet away from the main preserve trail. And it said in a little red sign, warning, don't go in here. They were both throwing $300 tickets, had a helicopter follow them because somebody needed something about horses. That's what mainstream does for you. So if you're really starting off, first off the bat, the way these people are acting, I've been on groups. Submit a photo like this. Say, hey, do you have any Bigfoot footage? Submit a photo of a Bigfoot footage. What does this have to do with our group? You're nothing but a drunk and this and that, and I don't like your footage, and I'm not the only one that says it, and blah, blah, blah. They don't care anything about the Bigfoot. They just want to accuse you because I went on Facebook. Well, I can fix all that. I have another channel going. I just drop in some of my old footage that I've seen onto this one. Let's go ahead and go into the next Bigfoot. All right. Now, this Bigfoot was in Callahan, and what the mainstream did is 2 weeks later said there was a Callahan sheriff got shot over train tracks, and they burnt all the forest, illegally arrested somebody under a mistaken of identity, and after 5 days of searching everybody's homes in the area, they said, oh, here he is at the sports complex. Looked in everybody else's houses. But it was caught in the Callahan Forest, scared a lot of people, and that's what the mainstream's doing on this one. Now, this Bigfoot is totally amazing. It has an Elvira. You see the shadow and the tooth of the ghost in the tree that's in front of it. The Bigfoot's over here on the right. And they carry these masks or something. Always have like this ball of light around them. Has both of those and some kind of gleaming. But just check out the mouth and the eyes. They're all white like stars. And it's actually almost 6 feet like high up in the bush. Like there's no way that whatever the size of this is on the ground. It's like above the bush. I don't know if it's floating or standing on something. It was totally an amazing experience. I think now the builders want to build right on top of all the preserves so they can cut down more forests. And that's what's going on with the mainstream. I really don't know who's following me, but apparently they know everywhere I go, and they know how I get there or where I think that I go, and they cut down the forest like immediately. Probably people from my work or something. Now, in this first photograph, you're going to see a square with X's around it. You look real closely, you can see a face. There's like a wolf thing that actually appeared. It's a square with the X of sticks doing all around it. We don't know. In this next photograph, we're going to see a couple faces on both sides of, looks like a forest person in the middle with the face of two things around it in the sticks and the log. And then in this sighting here, you ever hear those black rabbits that took over the big vanishing city outside of New Zealand? And apparently the island disappears, but they saw these big black rabbits with long black ears. Well, these stargazing lights hidden in the log here in America. You can see the language. Look at the tree. Inside of it looks like a hand or something drawn, and even looks like a figure to the left. And then in the last photograph is also one of my favorites. It looks like the head of a Bigfoot. Well, you can see the head of a Bigfoot, but what you can see is to the right is a gladiator. And this guy is cloaking invisible. He looks like a headhunter from another world, like a super creature that's like came down and going through the woods in this invisible world. He's actually holding skulls and a sword, invisible, while this thing is poking its head out. Like this whole other fourth dimensional world just like appeared before me. I saw staircases and other things. Totally, totally crazy.